This weekly newsflash is sponsored by Synergy Marketing. When your clients win, you win. For more information, please visit synergyannuity.com. The number of Americans who think the country is on the right track slipped from last month, according to the RBC Consumer Outlook Index. Conducted immediately following this week's midterm elections, the survey found 35% of consumers believe the country is headed in the right direction, dropping from 37% last month. The number of people who believe the country is headed in the wrong direction increased to 65% from 63%. Americans remain pessimistic regarding the economy and their financial situation, with 69% reporting they think the economy and their personal finances will remain the same or worsen over the next year. In addition, the survey found that confidence in job security is increasing, up to 49.4% this month from 47.5% in October. Consumers' willingness to make major purchases is also improving, with 11% reporting they expect to make a major purchase in the next 6 months. Only 8% reported such in October. The Department of Health and Human Services, or HHS, will cut premiums and upgrade coverage for high-risk health insurance plans, officials recently announced. The announcement followed the release of a report showing only approximately 8,000 people enrolled in the high-risk pools. Officials anticipated the new health plan, put in place to ensure people with pre-existing conditions could obtain coverage, would draw 375,000 people this year. However, premiums can range from $400 to $600 per month for people in their 40s and 50s, and officials believe high prices discourage individuals from enrolling. HHS officials say the program will offer 3 types of plans. The standard plan's premiums will be cut 20% and offer a $2,000 medical deductible and a $500 drug deductible. The second plan will include higher premiums and lower deductibles of $1,000 for medical care and $500 for drugs. The third plan includes a health savings account and a $2,500 deductible. The plans will be available in 23 states where the federal government administers the program. The remaining states opted to independently administer their own high-risk coverage plans and are not required to change premium cost or offer more plan options. The Financial Stability Oversight Council, or FSOC, should take a closer look at non-bank financial companies' commitments to counterparties as part of its decision to increase scrutiny, according to a comment letter from the American Council of Life Insurers, or ACLI. The letter comes in response to efforts by the FSOC to implement non-bank financial company supervision requirements under the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. The FSOC is charged with the task of deciding whether some non-bank financial companies should be given extra attention due to their size and importance. ACLI Senior Vice President Julia Spezio says she believes that the majority of insurers are unlikely to endanger the stability of the financial system, as they usually display caution and are properly supervised while engaging in investment activities. The FSOC should, quote, conclude that life insurance companies engaged primarily in traditional insurance activities are not systemically significant, unquote, and should not be subject to extra scrutiny, Spezio said. She also suggested that the FSOC could identify potential systemic risks among non-bank financial companies by focusing on interconnectedness. Quote, we believe interconnectedness and the degree of primary regulation are most relevant in the designation process. Interconnectedness is the paramount consideration in assessing whether activities or material financial distress of an individual firm could pose a threat to the financial system of the U.S. Lacking interconnection, an entity may be at risk to its customers, employees, and owners, but would not constitute a risk to other companies or the system as a whole, her letter said. Pre-retirees who continuously held a 401k plan with Fidelity Investments more than doubled their account balances during the past decade, the company said. The average account balance for pre-retirees ages 55 or older increased to $211,300 by the end of the third quarter, from $96,000 1 year ago. Meanwhile, those with a contribution rate of 8% or higher this year showed average balances increasing more than 130% over the past 10 years. According to James M. McDonald, president of Fidelity's Workplace Investing Group, quote, the past decade was certainly not a lost decade for participants who remained committed to saving, even through all of the market's ups and downs. A disciplined, systematic savings approach and a diversified portfolio has been the key to building a sizable nest egg for many pre-retirees during one of the most volatile decades in history, unquote. Fidelity found that during the third quarter of 2010, participants deferred an average of 8.2% to their 401k plans. Meanwhile, 4.2% increased their deferral rates, while 3.1% decreased rates, marking the sixth straight quarter of positive savings. In addition, average 401k account balances rose 9.4% from the previous quarter to $67,000. For more on the industry, visit producersweb.com.